Welcome, guys, to another episode of Smokin' My Mind, the series where we delve into various topics while I spark up. So, much better. I hope you enjoy today's episode. In episode 3, we will be basically freestyling it. I'm going to be just talking a little bit more about me so you get to know why you should tune into the channel, what my mindset's like, how I started smoking, all that type of good stuff. So it's not really going to be a countdown. I know it seems like I started with countdowns, but honestly, it's just I just want to break down the topics in a certain sequence. Thought it would work, but it's not always going to be in topic format. Sometimes it'll just be freestyling, especially if you bring in comments and you want the topic to be discussed. So I hope you enjoy it, and let's get started. Well, guys, my name is Angel. I've been smoking quite a number of years. I think I initially started when I was 11, on and off between 11 and I would say 18, 19. Then I stopped for a while, got into, the health kick and the workout craze, but I couldn't maintain the weight. Always a skinny one, but tried different things, over the years to help me offset a nervous condition that I deal with, and those antidepressants that doctors prescribed were terrible. They made you feel like a zombie. Couldn't really function properly. Your whole body felt numb. Then one day I came across a doctor that talked under the table basically and said, "Listen, this is not something I'm supposed to do, but taking in, since you're a cigarette smoker, maybe you should switch to cannabis and it might help." And I told him I had tried it before, on and off, but never really stuck to anything. And he said, "Give it a shot, at least for a month, and see what happens." And he was right. At first it was not noticeable, but my mind began to clear, the fog began to lift, and I was more focused, clearer minded. When I'm not, I have a tendency to overthink things, and it's really not a pleasant experience to have like 20 thoughts going on at the same time. But that's a little bio of how I started smoking. A little bit about my hobbies. I'm kind of a hermit, so I don't honestly have too many external hobbies. It's mostly indoors. I mess around with the computer all the time. I'm sort of like a collector. over a span of, let's see, I started back in 2003, 2004, when I first had access to a decent internet and computer. A friend of mine taught me how to get my movies and music through the system. And since then, I've acquired massive amounts of a massive library of movies, music videos, all types of things. I would say my collection now ranges to, in my movie collection, about close to 3,000 TV shows varying from throughout many different eras, about 250. So I'm basically my own cable channel, entertain myself. I don't deal with cable except for the internet service. And that's basically how I get a lot of information and it's how I entertain myself. Plus, I'm a YouTube watcher as well. So it was just inevitable for me to be on this channel sooner or later. To delve more into the background of music, when I was a kid, I had a dream and aspiration of being a singer, entertainer, being on stage. But didn't turn out that way. But over the years, I've acquired quite a library of music, and I even created some of my own instrumental tracks through computer programs. Let's see. Well, you've heard a few in previous episode, a few clips. If you're interested in listening to any of the music in the collection, it's on SoundCloud. Just look up DJ Angelus, and you'll see my face. You'll definitely check it out if you're interested. But yeah, that was a dream of mine. I in college, my college days, I actually performed in parades and stuff like that in small clubs when in my early 20s. But kind of fizzled out over time. But that's a little tidbit on a little dream of mine and background on my love of music. When it comes to movies, what can I say? I am a fan. I have a large collection of horror movies, sci-fi movies, action movies, old old black and whites and whatnot. Um, it's just something when I was a kid I didn't really fit too well amongst people, so I kind of did what most kids do and just turned on the TV and start watch cartoons, and it evolved from there. Just kept going. It's one of the things I enjoy doing is finding a good movie to watch, and it's fun. It's fun to escape in the world of that whatever movie genre you're watching, whether it be action, superhero, whatnot. We all kind of escape in the screen and become the character or even the villain, depending on who you're cheering for. So we all do it, and we enjoy ourselves, right? Well, guys, just let me know, what you think about that, how you feel. If movies is your thing, just let me know. As well as if music is your thing, let me know. But would love to know what you think. TV shows, what can I say? I am a fan. I've been addicted to all types of TV shows. Sick. Well, not much of sitcoms. I guess back in the days, yes, but I'm more like an action, mystery, even a thriller, all different types of genres when it comes to TV shows. I have collections and I have lately I've been into The Flash, uh, Arrow, Legends of Tomorrow, uh, Titans, waiting for Titans to come back. That looked very good. Um, Cloak and Dagger, quite a number of shows. The Gifted, if it comes back, I'm not sure. It feels like it's disappearing, but I don't know. There are probably some I didn't even mention, but um, oh, recently, what? I think it's the 25th of August. Power, for you guys that are into that, it's coming back the 25th of August, from what I read. See what happens after this chick got shot. It's gonna be interesting. Well, guys, you know what time it is. It is that time for the music interlude to give you a chance for you smokers out there to spark up the next hour. So, without further ado, let's get to it. I also like to play video games, all types. I've recently, my collection has amassed to about 25,000 games through a gaming computer, from arcade games, which I have a arcade controller for, and the original controllers for each system. So like Super Nintendo, I have a PC adapted. Like I'll show you. See, it would be like this, and be using these adapters. I have a lot of them. That I play the system games through this computer. Could run up to PS2 games. So I have PS2, PlayStation, Game Boy Advance, Nintendo, Super Nintendo, Genesis, Nintendo 64. So, and the arcade. So that's like about 8 different systems running with large collections in each. Well, guys, like I was saying, the portable version for the games that I did, what I did is I took a Amazon Fire tablet, bought an expandable controller, hooked up the games, and voila, portable gaming system. And you're gonna definitely need a massive, I would say a 256 gigabyte memory card for this, the maximum it could take to take all the games that it could play. And basically, you would, I know it's kind of difficult to see, but I will show you. I'm just going to show you what the game would look like. Trying to see which game to play. Well, I don't know whichever one lit up. I'm trying to do it, so I don't know. I don't know if it's going to. I gotta take it away from the light. There we go. Oh no, it hit the bright light. But you can see some more or less. Digimon, I believe. And as you can see, it would runs pretty smoothly on it. So that's a little trick to play games and take it with you and not max out your phone. I kind of max out my phone for a new obsession, and that's VR. I can't afford the expensive VR, but the next best thing is VR headset similar to this one. It's good to get it with headphones. Top comes off, put your phone in here, and voila, there's a connection port here for your audio jack, and you sit back and get immersed. And I have a program that converts regular movies so that they're able to be watched on this. So that's been my new hobby. It started out when I got sick. What was it, last week? When I couldn't 2 weeks ago. And when I couldn't upload. Last week's episode in time. But maybe if you guys are interested, you should give me a comment, and I'll review it. I'll let you know where you can get it. The goggles cost about $25. Getting the game system hooked up is a little bit more tricky. The controllers are about 40. The The Fire tablet was about $50-$60. The memory card was the most expensive part about it, and I found a way that you can get it actually cheaper from another spot, so you can actually reduce the cost if you do it that way. Everything else is basically getting the games and loading them up into an app. You would download the app onto your tablet and configure the controller, and you're good to go. You could travel with that. How's that? Have a massive collection of games. If you get the 256 gigabyte card, I think that holds about 15,000 games, I think. Maybe less, but it's quite a number of games. It's holding the entire collection of Nintendo, Super Nintendo, Genesis, Game Boy Advance, PlayStation. I can't play PlayStation 2. Can't run that. You need a gaming computer for that. But yeah, all the other systems, it runs. Even the arcade games, it runs. Even though it's kind of tricky to play because you need more buttons, but it works. I would highly recommend it for you gamers out there that like the old school stuff, the retro stuff. As you can see, I'm into the retro stuff, even with the 3D. But I'm getting advanced, as you can see. Advancing old school, new school. But that's my new little kick right now. Hope you like it. Well, guys, I just want to thank everyone again for watching and being so supportive. I really appreciate it. And as always, please beat up that like and subscribe button. It really helps out a lot to let me know that you guys are out there and you like what you see and you like the material. As always, if you have any ideas or suggestions, please feel free to leave it in the comments below, and I will get to you as soon as I get those messages, and we can work something out. Alright guys, let's keep going. Well guys, that's more or less a little insight into me. I'm more of a hermit type, but people say that they feel comfortable and they can open up with me because they say there's something about me that people like to open up to. That's why I figured this would be a good medium, to interact with you guys, and we need to talk about anything. Feel free. I'm here. I want us to be a tight-knit family and enjoy the topics, whether they be controversial, funny, serious. It's going to delve into all different types of things. Not sure what the next topic's going to be just yet, but I figured before we move forward, it would be a good idea for you to get to know a little bit more about who you're watching. So that's a little bit of my background. As far as family wise, I have a mother and grandmother. My grandmother's about 98. Suffered from a stroke some years back, and been taking care of her. My mother's in her late 70s, and she's retired and takes care of my grandmother. So we all try to work together to do our best with that situation. But on a lighter note, thanks guys for tuning in, logging on, checking out this channel, and once I come up with the next topic, we'll definitely want to watch out for that. And remember, there's still part 3 of the series next, and bonus. So until next week guys, take it easy, and oh shoot, that's no good when it's not lit. Keep smoking your minds, guys. Take care. Have a good weekend, guys. Well, guys, we made it to the bonus Monty Ohm series, Dead Fantasy Part 3 in 3D. I hope you've been enjoying it so far. I had fun converting it. It does look a lot better in VR, but you guys let me know if you want the VR version. Send me a email or comment and let me know. We'll work with it together if you desire to see it in VR. But without further ado, enjoy. See you next week. And put on those 3D glasses. Take care, guys.